Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Hope all is well and trust you're having a good morning so far. It is 9:29, 1 minute away from the New York Open here on Hump Day. That means Wednesday, September 25th. Winding up September here. This, of course, is the two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P left and right. 1 minute charts with VWAP, volume weighted average price. Really grinding here into the open, as you can see, wrapped around this tightly woven set of EMAs, a 9 and 21 on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. But let's take a look at the daily frame. You can see that we have pulled all the way back here on the NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ and S&P daily charts. And we are still sitting at, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions at this key resistance area on the NASDAQ and at or around all-time highs on the S&P. See the difference there? S&P at or around all-time highs, whereas the NASDAQ is probably about 5% below. Let's take a quick look at that. 4.5%, give or take, below all-time highs, but at key resistance. So we have an inside day here with a marginal bearish body on the NASDAQ. So an indecision day, neutral so far, and that's after the Asian session has closed. We are in the UK session, and now with the overlap of New York. We are trying to make a new high here, guys, which would be an all-time high on the S&P. And this is my trading grid, guys, with the daily up there. There's that inside candle with marginal bearish body you can see inside of yesterday's range. And here's the 30-minute chart. You can see that we are again ranging inside of the Asian trading range and the UK coming back up again. So Asia was going down and UK going back up. And now we're sitting in this range inside of that day, as I mentioned. Pushing up now above open range. Not touching this, guys. I'm not going to jump all over this. I'm going to drop down to the 30-second chart here on the right-hand side. Going to sit and wait patiently here, guys. See how prices form here for a little bit. And back here on the 1 minute chart, two sisters, guys. We're back in the open range on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. Just watching here. Inside the open range, still on the S&P, pushing up above on the NASDAQ. Just going to watch this here for a while, guys. Tempting to go long here. Not doing anything. This is just a marker, guys. I'm not doing anything yet. Not in, just watching. Move it to the side just so you don't get confused. Still inside open range on the S&P. I would like these to be aligned. They're more or less aligned structurally, but not getting a whole lot of juice out of the S&P. So that range has now been completed, guys. Over here. Still not doing anything. This is just a marker. Move that. Testing that same area from yesterday, and until I see something convincing at or through this area, I'm not that interested. So NASDAQ pushing up, S&P not going along for the ride yet, at the very least. All right, guys, we're back, pulling back now in towards open range, but really not being supported by anything that's happening here on the sleeping E-mini. And now flipping, guys, pulling all the way back. See this here? And now S&P is below open range. We are back into open range on the NASDAQ. Back to the power grid. Still an inside day. Now bearish body, rejecting from that area again. Becoming open to short trades here, guys, as well as long, depending on what happens in through here. The daily is more or less neutral, but we are at key resistance, if you remember, right here. See that on the daily? And of course, that's also evidenced here from yesterday in the New York session. Still nothing to do here. Inside the open range is a no trade range for me. 99% of the time. Occasionally I'll take a trade inside if things are really firm for whatever reason. Just getting a marker out here as an idea, guys. Not doing anything. Stop below. Waiting for this candle to close. Not live. 13 seconds. All right, guys, once this candle is closed, I'll be buying the break above with stop below the low of the day. Right there. Here it is. In, guys, in. I am long the NASDAQ. Right there, guys. Stop to break even, guys. Stop to break even. And if I get stopped out of break even, I will let the video play out so you can see what eventually happened with the trade, as some of you have asked me to do. One more push will do this before the news. That would be nice. It's 9:57. And there it is, guys, just before news, 50 seconds away from news, and we were able to hit that. This is a trend continuation trade, of course, market open play, nice impulse corrective into the open range, break above, 9 above the 21, rising EMAs, market open, risking or threatening to break into new highs, which we did here on the daily, and that was a fairly straightforward trade. Thanks for being here, gang. Appreciate you. Have an amazing day.